I was born in Dallas, but I actually grew up in Ohio, so I'm a little bit Midwestern, but also definitely Southern. And one of the things about being Southern is we have kind of funny expressions. And my grandmother, who's no longer here, had this expression, pretty girls have options, and it always used to irritate me as someone who's worked hard for everything I have. As a little girl, that's me. I definitely was called cute, sassy, quirky, but I was never actually really called pretty. And I think what my grandmother was really trying to get at was that there was a period of time with what you looked like mattered. And I run a branding company, and now branding has changed, and a lot of that has to do with social media. But we now have the power as individuals, as firms, as companies to build up the brand that we want. It's actually just looking at it from a different approach, really. My definition, and this is my traditional definition, is actually who you are as the business you create. And that applies to people, but that applies to companies. We've been kind of taught that your personal life and professional life should be completely separate. And in some regards, yes, that's true. But I think the powerful brands that are really sustainable are the ones that are a hodgepodge of all kind of life. Your business life, what's going on in the break room, what's going on in happy hour, what's going on in personal life, challenges, triumphs, your brother's short shorts. That is my brother right there, actually, on the right-hand side. All these crazy things are what makes a brand really cool. Now, I'm always so weird. I always incorporate my dog. That's Raisin Brand. She has nothing to do with the presentation, but I just feel like I'm one of those weird dog moms, so she has to be involved in every talk. But social media has changed things forever, for good reasons too. Marketing, communications, training, operations, everything. So here's Jordan. He's a guy, and I use that term loosely, who is passionate about Lady Gaga, who's a singer, if you guys aren't aware of. In just a couple of months, Jordan has amassed close to 500,000 followers. Is he pretty? No. Is he rich? No. He actually does all of his tweeting in his bedroom, actually from his house, I think, in Ohio. But what he's been able to do is use authentic influence to build a huge social network. And so what I want to do is I created a playbook, a strategy actually, because that's key, I think, to building good social online presence. So I have a couple of rules. The first one is to build bulletproof standards. Have you ever met someone online and then you meet them at a party and you're like, a little bit of a difference? Or you talk to a company online and then you get with them on the phone, it's totally different. You've got to build cohesive branding that matches both online and offline. You've also got to become a master of influence. Now, Kim Kardashian, who I'm on the fence with, she's influential because of a certain body part. But Jordan actually is influential because of his ability to inspire people. Can you inspire people to actually do something for you in a positive way? The next rule is you've got to care about your connections. So sometimes we make the wrong impression that if someone connects with your page or your company's page, that they care about you. That's actually the wrong assumption. It's our responsibility to actually care about the people that follow us. Here's my actually very first tweet. I did it back in 2009, and unfortunately it does involve drinking. But social media has changed my life personally, but also my agency too. It's allowed me to do connections in a triple pace. You know, you meet people here one-on-one. Social allows you to meet hundreds of people, thousands of people. You have to embrace social media because it's not really going anywhere. So it's your choice on what you just decide to do with it. Next rule. It's about building a culture, a positive cult, actually. You know, it's not just building an online community, but getting the people in the community to be excited about being there, to be passionate. So I'm really obsessed about this cupcake. Actually, red velvet is my favorite flavor. And it's not like, let's just say it's the best cupcake, because they actually use too much icing. It's sprinkles. I don't know if you guys eat sprinkles. This would be when I should have brought sprinkles cupcakes in, like Oprah, right? But what they do is they make you passionate about the brand. They make you passionate about the cupcake. Candace Nelson, who started this company maybe 10 years ago, I don't think she knew this cupcake was going to turn into cupcake ATMs or a partnership with Williams-Sonoma. Even little Jordan's got a partnership with JCPenney now. There's lots of opportunities if you engage your social correctly. But that leads me to the next rule. You've got to actually create opportunities for others. And this is something I tell clients all the time. The success you achieve should be directly proportionate to the amount of opportunities you create for each other. It shouldn't just be about pushing, it should be pulling. You're supposed to actually be not just promoting, but actually engaging. Takes me to my next rule. You've got to engage with grace and gratitude. Sometimes we think social channels to promote our products. It is. I use the 80-20 rule. 80% about me, 20% about the world around me. But how about creating a thankful economy? And so Kim Kardashian eventually will go away. Yay, right? But hotness will fade. Those hot brands will eventually go away. Innovation and authenticity are the things that last. You've got to think personal. My friend coined that term. Personal and professional. How can I connect those two worlds? You have really everything you need right now to create a professional brand. We think it has to be this big, huge, challenging thing, and you don't. We have to be afraid. We shouldn't be afraid of embracing who we are and actually incorporating that with our professional mission too. So you've got to think professional. So if I could leave you with one final note, I will leave you with this equation. As you start thinking about what my plan is going to be for social media, what my brand is actually too. Personal plus professional equals social and branding success. That's a simple equation. Be authentic, think influence, Care about your connections. Happy branding.